Hi guys, Lisbeth here. Thanks for joining me. I've finished the KonMari method of some of my memorabilia. I think I made a mistake, and in the first part I said this box was my entire memorabilia filled up. What I meant was the memorabilia that was not photos and stuff I had for scrapbooking. At the end I'll show you what that big mess is, but this is my keep pile, and that is my toss pile. It looks so small, these two. It's hard to imagine that it filled up that entire box. But in the keep pile for the military, I am going to scrapbook my military stuff, and I've got like maybe 24 sheets of paper, and that probably won't all make it to the final cut. A lot of stuff from the military has my Social Security number on, so I don't want to flip through it, but I have a scrapbook that I'm going to do with my flight cap and my medals and stuff. So that's possible papers that'll go in there. I can't believe I used to have a whole box of military stuff and it's just down to that. I have found this drawing by Devin Hansen. I'm going to put that with the other photos I have, or not photos, the pictures I actually have. These are scrapbooking little things that I was going to throw the cards away, but I thought that'd be cool for scrapbooking from cards. This, I did decide to take my diplomas out of their cases so it would be smaller, and I'm going to put that in a file box. There's just some pins I have from a past, well, that's me when I was in band. Some of my 4-H awards, some Bush and Cheney pins from a while ago. I'm not that big into politics. I mean, I know what my beliefs and stuff are, but I did actually go to a rally for like the first time in my life, and so I want to keep those things. These, I decided to keep some cards. I decided to keep all my husband's cards, that I received from my husband, from those two piles. I've decided I want to keep everything sent to me from YouTube. I realize I don't have a PO box any longer. Eventually I will get one again, and I realize, the stuff that's not cards, that are like art journals and stuff, I have in a different place. These are from other friends and family, and this is like the memorabilia of, like, that's a magnet that I'm going to put on my dryer. These are some other things I had. I used to have awards that would cover my entire wall, and the place where I lived as a kid, well, as a teen, there's my woodcut of Snoopy. The place I lived, the dryer was vented to the attic, and no one realized for a long time that there was no vent in the attic. And because I had all of my awards and ribbons, I used to have a lot of 4-H champion, reserve champion ribbons. I had them all lining the wall, and mold got on the wall and ruined them all. That's what I have left of an entire wall's full worth of stuff. That, and I did save a couple of, this is just a coins thing, I did save a couple of certificates. This is, it's got my old name on it, but this is my favorite certificate of all, and it was a Good Citizenship Award. That's not my last name any longer, but I was able to save that, and just these couple handful. When you think I had the entire wall plastered with certificates, and these were all I was able to save because mold took everything else. So that was kind of sad. These other papers are my Iowa basic skills and that kind of stuff. And report cards. Sometimes I've been thinking about changing my channel name to my name. Like, Christine Kobzev from Pink So Foxy, she changed her channel name to her actual name, and I've been thinking about doing that myself. But I don't know. I kind of like Lisbeth style. That was when I was in a play in college. This is the book that I wrote, I mentioned before. It's actually a science fiction attacked by, you know, aliens. Let me see if I can find. I did my own illustrations. This I did in junior high. Check out this illustration. I mean, you can't beat that, baby. You can't beat that, baby. I mean, is that just not the best space war you've ever seen in your life? But I love this book. So, obviously, I wrote it. I'm keeping it. Some other poems and things. Now, these things I am going to put with in the bookshelf so I can see them again. Some of this stuff, these are like junior high yearbooks. Some of the items, again, my Miss America pageant, which I didn't win. I'm kind of over these, but I keep a lot of things. I don't worry about the monetary value, but these Star Wars, it's number 1, number 2, number 3, and no, I don't keep them in the cases or anything. I actually read these in Star Trek, Star Wars. I'm going to keep these, I think, in the bookshelf so I can occasionally look over them again. This container, I'm not putting anything back in it. These 3 empty manila envelopes I am keeping because I'm going to use them for future cards. Now here is the discard pile. That's my foot. I just painted my nails last night. Okay, weirdness over. Here's my discard pile. I've got a lot of cards, which I really appreciate. I did keep representative cards from friends and family members, so I didn't throw them all out, but I find that I only look through the cards when I'm trying to discard stuff, so not keeping as much as I used to. Those are tax forms that need to be shredded. That's more the military. I can't believe I used to have a huge box of military stuff. Then I got it down to what would fit in that folder, and now I've got like 20 pieces left. I got out of the military back in '94, so I've looked at my military stuff the whole 2 times that I've discarded. So I'm starting to realize if I'm not going to look at it again, why am I keeping it? And those are just the cases that had my diplomas in them. And now, I remembered, I'm going to show you, I'm not really done with memorabilia. This is my photo scrapbooking stuff. Now this is just like extra holdy stuff, but this is a pile of stuff I think I might scrapbook. Pictures and memorabilia. This is all a bunch of pictures. These are all pictures. These are all pictures. These are all pictures. This is picture memorabilia scrapbooking stuff. Oh, I'm not done. This is stuff I might use in scrapbooking. There's my unicorn and my fluffy dog. Not scrapbooking, but... And then you turn over here, where you've got some of my craft materials, which is fine. But if you look down there, all those are scrapbooking books I need to go through. Here's the military book I haven't finished yet that I'm going to be working on. But one thing I found, that is like 8 or 9 years of scrapbooking. This is my wedding album. But the rest of this only covers 8 or 9 years. And that is such a huge amount of scrapbooks. Whereas for my mom, when she passed away, I did this book on Shutterfly that pretty much has her whole life in there. And you gotta understand, Mom has 5 kids, 85 trillion grandkids, great-grandkids, and I have pictures of us all together with her, separate, her childhood, her siblings and stuff, and this is the amount of room it takes up. So I am seriously considering, besides my Air Force scrapbook that's only going to mean anything to me, of going through these picking out just my favorites and just having one scrapbook of stuff and maybe one or two photo cards of photos and really just using Shutterfly. So let me know what you think of that. I know that's kind of off the topic of this stuff, but do you guys scrapbook or Shutterfly? Let me know. Here's this. I think I was going to put them together, but they're so long that I might just throw up part 1 where I started cleaning out and part 2 when I finished, just one after the other, and that way you're able to, you know, manage your time looking at these, and I will talk with you guys later.